Yeah, well,
Well, hello. We're here at the Jamtli Museum in Östersund, and I'm with Putte Eve, who is he's the world expert on the
thank
on
you.
the St. Olafsleden,
Yeah,
the
okay.
pilgrimage of St. Olaf. And so I wanted to just talk to him a little bit today and about the St. Olafsleden and let him tell you about its origins and the best way to walk the St. Olafsleden. So, Putta, thank you for talking to us and tell me about the origin of the St. Olafsleden.
Yeah, it actually has a long history back in the Viking area. It's uh, it's about a Viking king from Norway named Olav Haraldsson. He was a king in Norway for a couple of years, but he had to leave the country because he had too many enemies. And then the thing with Olav Haraldsson was that he had left the Viking beliefs and been the first Christian king in Norway. And then he left the country in 1028, and he was in Russia for 2 years. But then he decided to go back and take back his country. And he sailed through the Finnish Bay, and he sailed across the Baltic, and he stepped ashore in Selånger. That's on the Swedish east coast. Today the big town there is called Sundsvall. And then he walked and probably ride, and maybe with some boats also. He took all the way passes Östersund, where we are today, and then into Norway, and then to a little village called Stiklestad. And there was the big battle in the 29th of July 1030. And Olav died in that battle. And almost immediately there was rumors that something mythological happened. They moved his body down to what's today Trondheim, and they dug in the coffin in the sandbanks of the Nidelven, that's the river. And blind people who was walking across the place where the coffin was, they got the sight back, and people who couldn't walk really good, they could start to run immediately when they were passing. So 1 year later, the bishop, it was a bishop from England, who came to the 3rd of August 1031, and they dug up the coffin, and the coffin looks brand new, and they take the lid off, and there was a smell of roses. And inside the coffin there was Olav Haraldsson with red skin on his cheeks, and the beard was red, and the nail had been growing. And then the bishop realized that this was not just a Viking king, this was the Saint Olav. So the 3rd of August, almost just exactly 1 year after his death, he became Saint Olav. And the word was spread about Saint Olav all over Europe. Trondheim and Nidaros became one of the most important pilgrim places. There was 4 big ones in the medieval time. There was Jerusalem, it was Rome, it was Santiago de Compostela in northern Spain, and there was Trondheim or Nidaros.